안녕하세요. You're listening to 4 from On One podcast. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 4 from On One podcast. I am your host, Gio. Accompanied with me tonight are my buddies Hyukjun and Keith. Say hello, boys.
G'day.
안녕하세요.
That's what's up. So this is our 7th episode, lucky number 7. Our first vlog was successfully shot last weekend. Hooray, hooray. The video is up now on YouTube. It went out just a couple of days ago. And if you have seen it, I hope that you'll share many good thoughts on our forum, which can be found on our website by now. But we'll talk about that later near the end of the episode.
Will we win any Oscars?
Oh, well, let's see. Drum roll. Nothing. It's okay. Sorry to spoil that for you.
All right, so boys, we had to go into Seoul. Where did we go, Hyukjun? Where did we all meet?
Jongno Samga, which is Jongno 3rd Street. It is the main street, and this is one of the most favorite place that I love in Seoul.
And Gia, how did you get there? What transport did you take, and how much did it cost roughly?
I took the subway from my place. It was about a little under an hour, maybe about 50 minutes. To cost about $2, I think, about maybe 2,500 won.
Yeah. So
Really?
Yeah,
I
maybe
took bus.
1,900, something like that.
No. I mean, like from Ilsan to Jongno Samga, it's only taking under 1 hour.
Yeah, about 50 minutes. I took the orange line, the
Wow,
Samhosan
that's
line, number 3.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
straight into Jongno.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I took the bus and a train. So I tapped on for the bus, tapped off the bus, tapped on the train. So you make sure you get your transfer, and it costs the same amount. I think they give you like $100 one charge for the transfer, but like same, it's less than probably $2 for the transport into Seoul, downtown Seoul. What about you, Hyukjun? You were downtown. What did you do?
Oh man,
He was
It
pre-gaming.
Like,
Where the hell are these guys?
yeah. Oh,
You did bus, yeah? Your bus was a bit slow.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. Like that morning I was baseball practicing, but like after that I took a shower and then I got an hour. So it's only taking 20 up to 20-minute bus riding from my place. Bus was going slow as
Yeah, that's why I like Subway. Subway, there's no traffic, no getting stopped, and yeah, Subway's
Yeah.
always better. Yeah, so boys, we met in town, as Gio said. Me and Gio were on time, and
Oh yeah, always.
our Chingu was a bit late. He came a bit Korean. No, Koreans are normally on time, aren't they? What's
They're
the
supposed to be.
so there's a very popular thing that we call in Korean time.
what's the, it's like South American time, yes?
Yeah,
I
and
know,
Mexican
they always-
time.
Yeah, it's like a Mexican time.
Oh,
And something like Indian
It's a Saturday.
time.
You shouldn't have to rush. Yeah, you should be on vacation. Yeah.
I was trying to keep up my schedule with you guys. Like I was enjoying hanging out with you guys, and then always.
But
love
you
to
got
have a
stopped by a
drink.
protest. What were they protesting?
Yeah.
Do you know?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, that's okay. All right, it's okay.
Don't worry
It's
about
always
it. It's okay.
if you
Yeah.
wanna- The Koreans love a protest.
They
love
do.
it.
They're protesting
that's-
every weekend. It's a free country. Good for
Yeah,
them,
that's-
exercising their right to.
Mm.
They deserve
Demonstrate
it. They deserve it.
and
They fought for
assemble.
it. So move it back. Gio, did you pick the place? Who picked the place? Our first meeting point.
I'm pretty sure I did because I thought it was
And
the closest.
How did you go? How did you pick that spot, man? What did you use?
I actually found it on Naver Map. It was the closest bar just outside of Jongno Samga. I think it was exit 7.
But Hyukjun, the Koreans, they use Navia, and outside Korea, I would use Google search, but I don't find Google search that successful here in Korea. What do the Koreans use to research the restaurants and stuff? Is it
We
Navia?
use a Naver.
Naver.
map.
I say
Yeah,
Navia.
Navier. What
It's,
the hell is Navier?
And if you type in map.naver.com, it's a nationwide Google thing in
Yeah.
Korea. The Korean situation. This is kind of like military thing related. If we put our old maps in Google, then North Korea will see it and then destroy whole country. So
Oh, really? Is that why?
Yes.
I
Oh,
didn't
yeah?
know that's-
yeah.
Why do you
They
think?
don't-
Remember when Pokemon Go was a thing a few years ago? Why do you think we didn't have access to Pokemon Go when the rest of the world did?
I wasn't
Because they
here,
didn't want to
yeah.
release the maps of Korea.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
the only
Mm.
place that allowed Pokemon Go in 2015, 2016 was Sokcho. So a lot of people flocked to Sokcho, me being one of the thousands, just to play Pokemon Go. Yeah. And so you saw
10
everybody
jars.
walking
That's true.
around with their little battery powered things attached to their phones playing Pokemon Go for hours. Because they
Nice.
they
Because
wouldn't
I
release
always
it.
use Navier maps instead of Google
It's
Maps. 'Cause I
Naver.
don't like Google
Jesus Christ, it's Naver.
Naver.
Mhm.
Naver
It's-
maps
Yes.
instead of
Mhm.
Google Maps because it's way more accurate and better. Like,
It
I
is.
like them.
Here
That's
you have
true.
to. Apple
Always,
Maps won't work.
always.
Google Maps, you have to use Naver. And Naver kind of acts like the search engine for everything. It's kind of like the same thing of
Yeah.
like Yelp. You want to find information on a business, use Naver because Yelp doesn't work
Yeah.
here, obviously.
Well,
So
Mhm.
I'm telling you guys, Naver is a cool kind of thing in Korea. So we have like Yelp and the map and the search engine for everything.
It's
So
everything.
a Naver.
Everything.
It's-
Kakao
it's
and
good.
Naver. Remember those two.
That's
Oh,
what I was
yeah,
trying
Kakao
to tip
too.
to Geo is to say Naver instead of Google here in Korea. I use Naver for most stuff. So especially maps, it gives you the walking distance, gives you the subway, more detail. It's way better. Boys, going into the restaurant, what do we have to do to go into a restaurant here in Korea at the moment? What ID do you have to show? What vaccine rule did we have to follow?
QR
code.
everywhere you go. And
Place.
now it's going to be a little bit more important now that we're past the 10,000th mark in cases.
Yeah.
A lot more businesses are going to be requiring it now.
Yeah.
Not that they haven't already.
We got our vaccine pass on our phones,
Mhm.
and we use Kakao. I use Kakao. We're using
I'm
Yes,
using
as a-
Naver.
Naver. Okay.
You can use Naver, you can use Coov, you can use Pass, but I have the Kakao widget on my phone, so it just pulls
And
up
you get
instantly.
the QR code and you just scan it in and you're good to
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
Cacao's good. You give it a bit of a shake and it just pops up. So that's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty
easy.
neat.
Yeah.
Whoa,
What about
do?
ID, Gio? Have you even, like, not going to this restaurant, but do you ever get ID'd much? Do you have to show ID?
In Korea, I've never had to show my ID ever, ever.
Yeah.
To order a drink, to get into a club, bar, etc. I've never had to use it.
We just look
Wow,
old.
really?
We're foreigners. Remember, I told you last Saturday, our faces are our IDs. Hmm.
But if we do have to show ID, my driver's license is gone. I change it for a Korean license, but we can just show our alien card, our national card. It's called, yeah.
I really I like every time it makes me smile that like alien card.
That's what it's called. It's an alien card.
Yeah. ARC, Alien Registration Card, ARC.
Yeah, ARC. So we can just show that as ID. So if you get asked for ID, you just show this. Obviously, you can show your driver's license if you're here as a visitor. I don't think it's been very strict on ages compared to Australia. Yeah. That first meal, boys, you had a meal. I didn't eat. What did you guys eat?
Donkasu.
Donkasu.
Yeah, it's a pork cutlet, little side of
It's
a
quite good deal, yeah. How much did
Yeah.
it cost you?
8,000 won.
8,000.
Right, not
it's,
bad.
like less than $8.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge. It was huge.
30
You got some salad.
centimeters, which is about
Yeah.
12 inches Americans, 12-inch
Yeah.
pork cutlets.
Yeah, and we had a couple of beers, and yeah, it was a good spot to meet up and just chill
Yeah,
out.
that's true.
I think a little bit of that's on the YouTube video. Is that right?
Yes, yep. It's in the very beginning,
have
my
it-
first shot.
You can have a look at it on YouTube. Then, boys, we went to the Hanok village, and I was quite surprised. Both you boys seem to think you hadn't been there before. Is that right? What's the name of the Hanok village, Hyukjun?
I said Ikseondong, but the actual Hanok village is in the other location.
So it's
that-
not Hanok village.
It's not a Hanok village.
Ah,
Hanok
just looks
village
like
is in the it is right. It is
Definitely has the
there's-
appeal.
There's a lot of like Korean places that mixed up with traditional stuff and
Mhm.
new things.
Yes.
Like Hanok village is more like place you stay in.
Yes.
The Ikseondong is a lot of more like traditional theme shops. and
Exactly.
The
Ah,
restaurants.
okay.
Mhm.
I've always got that wrong then.
They just kind of mimic it.
It's
So
alright.
it's the appeal of it all. That's what gives
So
it.
you
its-
boys
but,
loved it, yeah? It's a good spot.
Yeah.
I loved it so
yeah.
much. Like you said, it's a
Yeah,
great place
I'm-
to take your date. It's very
Yeah.
romantic. It has all the nice
Mhm.
romantic settings, all the little shops,
Yeah.
cafes, bars, you name it. One-stop
Yeah,
shop.
I'm Korean. I love it.
Smack
See?
bang in the middle.
There you go.
of
It's all
a
you need.
Pandemic. It was full, yeah. It was
It
packed
was
everywhere.
packed.
was.
My goodness, you wouldn't think a pandemic was existing right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm like everybody was wearing masks. That was a great thing.
Yeah, you have to. If you don't wear the mask, you get
That's it.
stared at.
That's it. You get
Stared at,
stared
yeah.
at.
That's the hardest thing in Korea. Stared at. Oh, we cannot bear it.
How would you feel being a foreigner here? I always get stared at. It hurts. It hurts.
Sorry.
Yeah, and there's all different type of restaurants. We saw Korean food, foreign food. Everything was full. Very extravagant cafes. Yeah, like the
Mhm.
decorations, they've gone crazy. Yeah, it was really cool. We went into a little bar. What made us go in the bar? It was a bit of a jazz bar. Yeah.
It was a jazz
Jazz
bar. It was the
cafe.
It was
music.
Giovanni's choice.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard the jazz from around the corner, and I thought we have to go here. And luckily we
Yes.
did, because I really liked the ambiance in that place. It was very
it was
welcoming.
me
It had like the
too.
nice. It was like almost reminded like a greenhouse. Had like the plants. They had a disco ball that was pretty retro and outdated.
Oh.
But the place itself was nice. It was a brewery, so they had just a couple of micro beers. I think I had the lager or the Hefeweizen, one of the two. It was good.
Yeah,
A little too strong
had
for
a-
my taste, though.
I had a pale and Hyukjun,
You-
you like the
you had
dark
the-
beers.
He had like the
Yeah.
oatmeal stout, didn't
You
you?
had the lager, and
It was
I
a
had
lager.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
had the
Thanks.
black dark.
Do you
beer.
guys remember how much it cost us for the beer? It was like $7.
Mine was like
Seven.
6,900.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine
so-
was 79.
So what that? So
Baller.
US dollars, what would that be? About $5-6 US?
697 times about $5, 550.
So it's
Mm.
not bad. Like it's quite touristy, quite popular, quite
Yeah.
high class. So you pay a little bit more than what we would pay at the other bar. But yeah, it was great fun. It was good vibe. We luckily
Yeah.
got a table and everyone's in a good mood. Yeah.
Oh
Good
yes.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually stayed in a hotel once near that area. That's how I just stumbled across it. And yeah, it's a great
Mhm.
place to take a date for sure. I totally
Yeah,
agree.
that's true. If you stumble to this place, Iksan not actually like accessible for everybody. You have to know where you're going.
Mhm.
So it is kind of like hidden place.
And just again, what's the main station next to that park? Just so everyone knows. It's
Jongno
Jongno 3,
Samga.
number 3, yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
Jongno number 3. But Jongno number 3 is a huge station.
Yeah.
It combines 3 different subway lines. So you want to go to the orange line and then go out and then see where the people going, and then you
Yeah.
follow it.
And then after this, we tried to get it into one of the tents that's on the main street near the station, but they're all full. Yeah, we couldn't get into any tent. Like we wanted to eat some pajon, and
Mhm.
we couldn't. They're all packed. It was
Well, yeah, but
crazy.
keep in mind we were limited as well. There was only maybe just a handful of tents.
Yeah, they
Or
usually go
Hyukjun
on the
previously
whole
said
street.
that the whole block would be lined with tents, so we were kind of limited with that. But I like the place that we went to. I think that was the best. That was probably the best option that we did.
And this next place, this is when we got out our cameras and we
Mm.
gave our first vlogging experience. It
Yeah,
was interesting.
the Gwangjang place. Yep.
Gio was a bit
Yeah.
of a natural on the microphone. How did you feel, Hyukjun, with the cameras all out and stuff?
Well, I have my GoPro too, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty comfortable with the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
didn't feel shy or embarrassed or anything.
Nah, no.
I don't. That's the thing. I don't care what people think.
Mm.
Maybe that's just me. I know a lot of people were looking our way, but I didn't really care. I had fun with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. But
Do you care a
I-
lot, Keith? Do you worry? Do you see
No,
all
no,
eyes on
it's
you?
just-
Oh, okay. Oh my God! Don't look at me
okay,
again.
the dude just said the stair is hurting him.
That's funny.
Nah, I just never been a selfie guy, so I'm not used to with the
No,
camera
I've
right in
same.
my face.
I've never been. I'm not one for selfie sticks, but I don't mind
I've never-
talking. I can talk for
Really?
hours. Yeah, that's so
Um,
2012.
Sorry.
And
Selfie stick
Hyukjun, do you
is-
want to explain what we ate at this restaurant? You'll see it on YouTube. So if you don't understand what we're talking about, watch the YouTube video. It's only 10 minutes long.
Yeah, very short.
Yeah.
The first part.
And you can sort of follow along and just see the food that we're talking about. What did we eat at the restaurant, Hyukjun?
So at the first restaurant we had the modumjeon, which
Mhm.
is like assorted traditional Korean pancakes. We love to fry everything because
Who doesn't?
you know,
Right.
yeah.
Jeez, you're
fry
speaking to
everything
American
and
right here. We
they're-
fry everything.
Oreo.
yeah, their taste better.
Yes.
And so we had this pepper, like green peppers and tofu and
Mhm.
some spam and the mixtures and the
Kimchi?
mushrooms and the
Oh, the mush-
yeah.
I like the mushrooms. Yeah, you
Wasn't a fan of the mushrooms. Too squishy for me. Didn't like them. Sorry,
Oh,
everybody.
really?
Didn't like them.
Mm.
Nope.
It's all right. But I'm like
And-
the kimchijeon is the most popular Korean kind of pancake in everywhere else.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
if
my
you-
favorite by far.
And what's a good drink to have? What's alcoholic drink do people traditionally eat with the jar?
It is always what it is, Gio.
Makgeolli.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we had makgeolli, and we also did. What else did we do? Somak.
The
Yeah.
soju, Yeah,
soju and the
and
mekju, somek. Yeah.
Somek. Ah, that's my favorite.
I
Yeah.
can't. I'm proud of you
Ah.
boys. You guys took it like champs. I couldn't. I would have passed on the table.
Yeah,
No doubt in
so
my mind.
No, no,
I
you
got
wouldn't.
Hyukjun did a really good special showing of how to make sumac.
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna try
did.
it. I've taken responsibility of editing that video, so that's gonna take a while because I really want to make it cool. It was so expressive and I've
It
never
was a
seen it so.
performance. That's what it was.
You can see a
Yeah.
taste of it on Gio's video
Yeah.
that's coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna try and make it a bit more extravagant because it was extravagant.
It really
was
was.
amazing.
As I said, it should be Olympic sport. It was glorious.
Thank you. So we have this thing in Korea called 회식,
Mhm.
which means like company dinner kind of
Company
thing.
dinner. Yep.
So company dinner must be always fun. So Someg is the first drink you are going to start with this 회식. So it must be festive. So my way is the best thing. So if you are new in Korea and see my tricks and then you do it for your 회식, you will be a rock star.
I believe that.
And
Mhm.
Gio, like as teachers, you will have some of these lunches or dinners.
We used to. We haven't this at least in my
Yeah.
current school. We haven't. Not even the last one because of the obviously pandemic. But we
Yeah.
used it before, and those were fun nights. It was always during like a weekday, never like a
Yeah.
Friday night. It was always like a weekday to about 11 midnight just to go to work the following morning, hungover.
I
Totally
always
worth
love. I love the Korean female helper teachers, like the
it.
like
Yeah, because they just let loose. You're like, I've
They
never
go
seen this side of
crazy.
you before. They get buck
Really?
wild. They're drunk. Their faces are all red. They're wooing and howling to the moon.
they're
It's-
forcing alcohol down our throat.
To the
That's
moon.
it. Yeah. I'm like, who are you? And the next day they're all conservative and shy, like, it's the cutest thing.
Yeah, it is. Like if you're not a drinker, it's a little bit hard to say no to these people. But yeah, it's great fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you don't like your workers, then it's not as fun. But
Sure.
yeah, it's good. We paid the bill. I forgot to take a photo, but I think it was about how much was the bill? About 40,000 won. I think
Oh
it was
yeah,
like 20.
it's supposed to be something like that. So the assorted John was like 2.5, and
Yeah.
the other drinks must be like 555, something like that.
About 40. Yeah. So one big bottle of Cass, the beer,
Mhm.
Mokkoli, big bottle of Mokkoli, and the soju and
soju.
John. About
Mhm.
$40.
About $40 for three guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. It's
That's
pretty good
pretty
feast.
good.
We're full.
Yeah.
And then we
were full.
Hyukjun, you ordered the taxi. Do you want to give a quick rundown?
Yeah. So in Korea we don't have a Uber, but we
That's
have
Uber
this,
for everyone else.
Yeah, keep going, buddy. you can
Right.
criticize his Korean one day. Yeah.
Thank you. So we have this Uber kind of thing in Korea. Giovanni mentioned that Naver and Kakao is running all over this country. So we have this Kakao taxi thing. So you call taxi from where you being at with this Kakao taxi app, and then the taxi will come pick you up and the designated place you want to go. So
It's just like Uber. The whole setup's just like Uber. Yeah, Gio.
Mhm.
Exactly like it.
Yeah. Have you set it up? Have you done the setup? I set it up. I don't know how I did it. It's
at
all
the
in,
time-
it's all in Korean. Yeah.
Yeah, at the time I couldn't because my phone was under my wife's name, but now it's
Okay.
under my name, so I can have
Yeah.
access to that. I used to have it before.
Yeah, I've set it
But-
up too. It's all in
Mhm.
Korean, so you sort of need to know where you want to go in
Yeah.
Hangul. So you sort of need a Korean to sort of help you. But yeah, it's just like Uber. It's exactly the same thing. And
Yep.
and then we went to our last spot because in Korea we do have a curfew of 9 o'clock. So time was flying by. Like
It really
the first
was.
hours
It
and
really
just
was.
wrapped up. So we went to a really famous marketplace. Do you want to say the name of the marketplace, Hyukjun? Because I won't say it right.
Okay, this is
Oh, damn it, try it.
yeah, good try it.
No,
kid.
go. You
I need
go,
a good
mate.
laugh. Come on.
Go for it.
Go.
I don't know the name.
Gwangjang Shijang.
Gwangjang.
Perfect. Yeah,
Now, this
Gwangjang.
market is famous on Netflix. If you want to know what this market looks like, and a lot of YouTube videos too. If you've seen the street food series, which I really enjoyed, the Korean one, the Korean woman, she is based in this market. So you go watch that street food episode. It's really good. It's based in this market. Do you have any knowledge about this market, Hyukjun, who knows everything?
Right. So Gwangjang Sijang is the I think one of the oldest traditional market in Korea. I think it is started in like 16th century or so. But
Wow.
the actual establishment was fully documented from 1905 from it is from the Japanese conquered like Japanese imperial time in Korea. But the name Gwangjang means plaza, and the Sijang means market, so it's a plaza market. It used to be really big uh, plaza, and then everybody was getting there, and then get there some food, and then their clothes, and then everything they want to in their daily lives.
Yeah,
And
so
there
if
are
if you want to see this market on a video, there's a lot of YouTube's Gwangjang Market, and also there's a famous Netflix show, or I think it's famous, but it's called Street Food, Asian
food.
Street Food, and there's a Korean video on that. This market takes place in that video about a woman that has her restaurant. It's really a little bit sad, actually. I really enjoyed the series, and I really enjoyed this particular episode. I always recognize the market whenever we went there. Like when you first told me which market we're going to, I was like, I wasn't sure, but I always recognize it by all the flags on the roof. Like I don't know if it came from the World Cup, maybe the 2002 World Cup or something. There's always all the country flags on the roof, and that's how I always recognize the market. Yeah. So we went into one of the restaurants. It was again totally packed. You wouldn't know we're in the middle of a pandemic. All the lower floors were all full, and I've went into the restaurants just the lower floor. I've never gone up before. We went up 3 flights of stairs to get to our table. Yeah,
Three
it was
flights of
packed.
stairs. Yep.
third
Yeah.
plate.
And we had a meal. Again, we brought out the cameras in a fully packed restaurant. I was a bit shy, but these boys were killing it. And we had some very unique traditional Korean food. What did we eat, Hyukjun?
We had 3 meals. I think just 3 places.
Mhm.
One is the we call 녹두전, which means mung bean pancake, if you're translating. And the other one is the steamed pork.
Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
yeah, and the other one is the fermented oyster, which we call ori guljeot.
So again, you have to look at the YouTube to get some visual of this. And then we also had the raw beef. Yeah.
Raw beef
Oh.
and live octopus.
Yeah, live octopus. You forgot about that one.
Yeah, he did. I was like,
That's
when
the
is he
most
gonna drop
interesting.
that? I was waiting for that to be the first two. That was the
Oh,
most
really?
spontaneous, exciting dish.
So the raw
Yeah.
beef. What's this in Korean?
Wow. Yeah, 육회.
Hue.
Yeah,
육회.
육회. And
And the live octopus.
산낙지.
Sanakji.
Yeah. So if you watch the video, I have to use my left hand again and eating those bloody octopuses while they're sticking to the plate with my left hand chopsticks.
We felt
Oh my
bad for
God.
him. We did.
Yeah.
It got to the
they
point where
visit
we
us.
actually had to feed him. It was bad. It was really bad.
That was true.
But you boys
Oh,
tried
no,
with your left hands. It's not easy, yeah?
I enjoyed
I-
feeding him.
You would. No, it was very difficult with the left hand when I tried it. It was complicated. Without a
It was
doubt.
good. It was a good night, boys. I had a great time.
I had a blast.
One of you boys paid. I don't know which cost. That was the
I
cost.
We
did.
paid.
I did. I did.
I paid for the second one, so I don't know what you guys paid. Yeah.
All right.
Do you know how much it cost? No, you
It was
don't. You can't
like
remember.
about like $60.
Oh,
Oh,
60 bucks.
Oh.
You paid a bit. We owe
20
you.
bucks a pop.
Yeah, it's all right, but like it was great experience and the great food. We have like a lot of variety of food, and then it was. I think it should be considered as a cheap price.
Sure. I've lived in Korea for a long time, but never in my life had I gone like from one restaurant to the next, like ever. I know that's like a thing here, but I thought after the first restaurant, after the Pajan place, like I was full. Like I couldn't even imagine eating anything else. And the minute we got to Gwangjang Market and seeing all the street food and everybody just kind of pigging out, I was like, well, dear God, how could I say no, right? The minute we got our seat, the drinks came out, and I was like, all right, I could eat some more. And as soon as I saw the live octopus, I usually eat them like I just kind of slurp them down. But these like suckers were really like fighting, like every time I
Yeah.
kept putting in my mouth, like they would just stick instantly to the side, like inside of my cheek.
Yeah, you
Or my
have to
tongue.
fight for it.
Oh yeah. it was the first time I was like, oh my God, I might lose to these guys for once. But it was
Yeah.
really good. Even like the fermented stuff, that was great. Everything was
Oh
just
yeah.
great.
yes, yeah.
That's really
Oh
good.
yeah.
And we went with the Korean. So like we said before, we're hoping in the future to do some meetups, and so Hyukjun can take you to some of these restaurants and
Yeah,
not be
sure.
intimidated by the food. Just give it a go.
Mhm.
I used to be a fussy kid. Now I eat everything, so I don't care.
Can we all just say like Hyukjun really like knows his shit? Like he really
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
Like
he's
I
cool.
can't tell the number of times people would ask me like who is that guy on your podcast? Like he really like knows his things. He's very informative and they're just really impressed with you, Hyukjun. So I just really wanted to tell you that, let you know, like you've got people like you're
Thank
great.
you, Gio.
You're a great asset to this. So thank you.
I like-
Thank
We
you,
wouldn't survive
listeners.
without you.
Yeah, you're good.
Nah.
You're the
Yeah.
man.
So I wanted to make this comment that so we are going way against these stereotypes, everything. I cannot do the tech thing at all. And then Giovanni and Kit, they're taking care of all the tech shit for me. You're like all the time. They're genius.
Right, you bring the brains, buddy.
Yeah, we're a
So
team,
we-
man.
I don't know
Mhm.
about you boys, but I was sort of glad the curfew was 9 o'clock because I was starting to get a bit drunk.
Yeah.
I don't
Really?
know.
Nah.
I had to get home like it took me about an hour and a bit to get home, but I was pretty wasted. It's only
Wow, I
right.
wasn't wasted, but I was definitely
No?
like I could sleep. Well, I had a shower because I was by the time I got home, I just like reeked of like barbecue. Like my coat,
Yeah.
my hair, everything just smelled of barbecue and soju, and it just wasn't
And
pleasant.
how was getting home for you? It's pretty same way. Yeah.
No, well, after we parted at Jongno Oga, right, station
Yeah.
5, I got to Seoul Station, but I had to wait 40 minutes because that train departs like every hour, so I had to wait
Yeah.
40 minutes for it to depart
Oh,
at
really?
just after 10 o'clock, and then it was just a straight shot from there, but it was freeze, and on the walk back, it was like another 10-15 minute walk from the station back to my home. But I have to say, Korea definitely has the best public transportation system in the world, without a doubt.
It is good, but there's one negative, and I was just
Oh,
going
there's
to
a
say
negative.
that.
Go ahead, share it.
Well, right now with the curfew, it doesn't matter. But when Korea, I always knew Korea was the country, and Seoul's the city that never sleeps.
Mhm.
But the transport sleeps by 12 o'clock. So someone who lives in the outskirts of Seoul, Gyeonggi, to go home, you got to leave by 10:30, 11 if you want to take the public transport home, because it shuts down by 12 o'clock. I think the last bus is like 11:30, 12 o'clock. So that's just one thing to keep an eye out for, is the public transport shuts down quite early for the city that never sleeps. So if you're going to do it all night, you got to do what we suggested before. Get a hotel or party all night.
That's
if it's
right.
open.
Chim Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So just,
Jimjilbang is
That's right. That's where the
great.
party's at, man.
So just a quick note, just to make sure you guys don't get stuck in the city. Just make sure you know what time the last train is or the bus. Yeah. But boys, it was a great night. I really enjoyed it. So one more time, Gio, a bit of word of the day for you.
Okay.
We're going to our special holiday this weekend. What's the special holiday called?
Seoul.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hyukjun approved.
All right,
Bingo.
nice.
Mm.
And then we ate raw beef. What was this called?
Boy. Oh, so Yuhe? Yohe?
Ah,
Is it
Hyukjun
Yuhe?
not approved.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Okay.
Yuke?
It's a Yuk. Oh yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, the
Yukwe.
Aussie got it.
Yukwe.
Okay. Can you say it again for our listeners?
Yuk Hue.
Yes,
Good
correct.
job.
At least I can say one thing right.
There you go.
And octopus. What's octopus in Korean, Gio?
Sanakji.
I don't know this one.
Korean approved. Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
산낙지.
산낙지.
Yes.
주세요.
All right, so now we got
Woo.
Instagram where you can follow our Korean word of the day, and we're going to the solo. We're going to try through some photos of what we're doing. We're all doing separate things, but I'm sure we'll put some stuff up that we can do that we're doing. We got YouTube that Gio's just uploaded a couple of videos. We're also going to put our podcast on YouTube with some just backing video. I got a backing video of a lovely picnic on Nahan River, which was awesome. So I got a video just with the podcast going on with it, and a blooper, our first take blooper. And so you can watch our YouTube videos and then the second one I'm going to put with, I think it's going to go with a Han bike ride. So just listen to us talking
Ooh.
while you cycle along the Han River. It should be fine.
Wow, sounds tranquil.
And we got our website. The website's growing. We got a bit of a community going. So please follow on 4 for Manwan. YouTube, Instagram, website. Boys, you're killing it. Hyukjun, you're the smartest man I know. Hey,
Thank you.
you gotta say farewell to everyone.
So everybody, 사랑해요.
Oh, how cute.
안녕.
Goodbye. Take care.